everyone. I'd like to welcome you to MAT 1033 Online. This is Mrs. Hasenauer, and I will be your professor to lead you through this course. I am in our course. Notice up top you will see Student Preview. I have turned that on just so that the course will look like yours instead of my version. You will not see that line when you go in. I am on the home page, and this is a very important page. When you come in, always look to see, do you have any new announcements? And there is one sitting there for you waiting. I will also send those to your college email, but this is a good place to check. The other thing on this homepage is course messages. Course messages stay within Blackboard. You can send a message to me. I can send a message to you. You can also message each other inside this course messages. The good thing about this is that it stays within Blackboard. In our class, you're not going to have the chance of a virus in this like you might in other email. Right, so on the left toolbar, first you will go to the Start Here menu. And you have a list of items that you will need to do. For the first one, you will read your syllabus. Go back to the left toolbar, and I would suggest printing this out. We will go back and look at it in a minute. Right. Review the schedule of activities. I would also print this out, and it is on the left toolbar. You can read the instructor information. Let's go ahead and do that. And this is me. My office is in Sebastian at the Historical Elementary School location. I am on the first floor. There's not numbers on the doors, but it's the first floor in the west part of the building, just behind the little ASC lab. I will be online often, at least twice a day, to check things in the course. The best way to contact me is through Blackboard course messages or college email. We'll go back to your Start Here menu. Great, you're going to post your self-introduction quiz, just a couple of sentences about you, and the location is on this left toolbar. You can get to that discussion board there. So post your self-introduction. You will take the Start Here quiz. This is information about Blackboard, and you can get to it down below. You have to get 70% or higher on this for your content in the course to turn on. You may take it more than one time. After you've done the Start Here quiz, review the MyMathLab Quick Start information and set up your Pearson account on the left toolbar. The MyMathLab Quick Start information and the Pearson tab to set up your MyMathLab account. Once you've done that, you will review the materials in Module 0. And this has your review materials right here. Review problems for your diagnostic exam. You will need to take a diagnostic exam in this course. And so you will click on this. And these are the review problems. You can work through them. Here are the answers. And then any that you have questions on. If you want to ask me, you can post on this Ask the Instructor. I think I have 4 questions up there that I had answered from students from a previous course, and I just left them up there. Right. When you feel comfortable, then you will go ahead and take your diagnostic, which is in MyMathLab. Right. So we've done the Start Here quiz, so our content will turn on, right? And this is just a quick note down at the bottom of this. If you are in a different area and taking this course online, you have to set up to take your testing centers. If you're going to take at an IRSC testing center, you don't need to do anything here. If you are in Daytona or somewhere else, then you need to set up with Mr. Daniello or Miss Malcolm and set up a location to take your tests. You should do that right away. We'll go now to some of these items and look at them. First of all, we'll go to the syllabus on the left toolbar. And so this is our course. There is my email, my office, which I mentioned earlier. I'm in the Sebastian. For your textbook, it is the Intermediate Algebra 7th edition. The textbook itself is not required. The MyMathLab code for the software is required. Our bookstore has a package of the textbook and the software code. If you choose to just buy the software code, I would wait and buy it through the Pearson link. Directly from the company is cheaper that way. But you can get a standalone code. You have to make sure that you get MyMathLab, not MathXL, if you get it from the bookstore. I would be very cautious buying that MyMathLab code somewhere else because it probably will not work. Right, so our course description, you can read that at your leisure. Our course objectives. For your grading, I work on a 10-point scale. You will have 5 tests. You will have MyMathLab homework. You will have MyMathLab quizzes. And then you get an attendance or participation grade at the end. Your materials needed a positive attitude. You definitely need access to a computer and to the internet. If you do not have a computer and good access to the internet, you do not need to take an online class. You will, of course, need a notebook, some paper. You will work out the problems, show your steps. The computer will be just to put your answers in MyMathLab. Something to write with. A scientific calculator is needed. You may not use a calculator that is within the cell phone that you can take to the testing centers with you. Right. You will have 5 tests all total. Actually, only 4 of your tests will be in the IRSC Testing Center. Test 4, because it's so close to your final exam, and I will remind you that later, I will allow you to do at home. But 4 times you will need to go to an IRSC Testing Center during the time block that I give you. Right? If you miss one of those dates, you will have a 0 for that test. And so your final exam will need to be higher so it could replace it. In MyMathLab, and this is your Pearson software, you will have homework and you will have quizzes to complete. This is where you learn the material. It is your practice part. You can read on through this at your leisure. Just wanted to point out on the last page, I have the academic support centers. You can use the academic support center on any campus, and this is the schedule. Please take advantage of these if you have any difficulties and get some assistance there. Also, here is your assessment center locations to take your tests. And the times, I will give a 3-day time frame for your tests, and I try to include a Friday because sometimes people are off from work on Fridays. It is important to know on Fridays that the IRSC testing centers close at 2:30. You have to be finished with your test at closing time. They will kick you out. So you always need to allow at least an hour and a half to take your test. And when you go, bring a photo ID. Let's go back to our Blackboard shell and just use the back button to do that so it doesn't take you all the way out. Your schedule of activities is next. We'll just look at that briefly. Right, I put dates here. This is to give you a guide for your dates. This is not a hard and fast date. You don't have to do a specific item on the 10th. You will have a little range there, but this will keep you on track. So if you have to work on the 10th but not on the 11th, work with it with your schedule. So this is a guide to keep you on track. Don't stray away from it too far. For your due dates, you need to complete this diagnostic in my math lab by the 14th. For your test 1, it is open from January 31st to February 2nd. So that is a Wednesday through Friday. So remember, if you're planning to take it on that Friday, that day the testing center closes earlier. Right, it closes at 2:30. The other days it's open until 8:30 p.m. Right. All of your homework and your quizzes will be due for all your test 1 material will be due by January 31st. Right? So all this material will need to be completed before you go to take the test. Keep that in mind. I didn't put all those on here for each one, but just keep in mind all this needs to be done before your test date for each time. And then I put the due dates for the test date. The due date is the last day that the test is available. Okay. And so you have your schedule. Let's go back to Blackboard and we'll talk about your Pearson software just a little bit. So you are going to set up your Pearson software through Blackboard. You will not need a course ID. Right, so go on the left toolbar of Blackboard. You can look at the information here, but you will go to the Pearson link. And mine is already set up, so it's not going to show you everything. When you click on this, it will ask you to enter your access code. If you do not have an access code, this is the place where you will be able to purchase it. It will have different screen here. And it will give you a 14-day free trial. So if you don't have your book yet, that's okay. If you don't have the code or plan to buy it on here, that's okay. You can use the 14-day free thing. It will be at the bottom of your screen. Right, so and you'll enter just a little bit of information about yourself. Once you have that, then you'll be set up and this will be where you will work. And so my math lab assignments, you'll click here. And this is the list of all of your assignments coming up, which you will take, right? For these videos, we're going to look at that in a minute. You will have 2 places you can watch videos. You can watch videos in Blackboard, or you can choose these through Pearson. I recommend the ones that are in Blackboard. Right, let's go back to Blackboard. Right, and let's just see how you navigate the course. So, you go into your course, you log in. You're already set up with everything. You've already done your Start Here quiz, and you want to go under Content. Right, and Module 0. Okay, this is reviewing for your diagnostic. Your diagnostic is inside of my math lab, so you'll have to take that diagnostic in my math lab. Right. After you're done with that, let's look at a regular module, say Module 1. Right. I have note templates for you in all of your modules. These are optional whether you want them or not. For most of the modules, I will have videos that will match them. So you will open a note template. You can print it if you like. All right. And then you will watch a video. So for section 2.1, we will click on this, and then here are your videos. This is the video that will match your note template, and you can click on it. Notice it matches your note template. These are extra videos if you need more. So you will get your note templates if you want those. If not, you can just write the problems down as you go through. In our module, we're in module 1. Get your note template if you want. If not, just write your problems down. Watch your video. When you finish your video for a section, then go into Pearson and do the homework for 2.1. So say I've watched this 2.1 video. There are 2 of them. Right? Watch them both. Then go to Pearson. And in Pearson, you will go to your Mod 1 Homework 1. Click on that and do these problems before you go back to the next video. Right, let's go back to Blackboard. Right, so your standard operating technique will be content. Choose your module that you're supposed to be in. We were in module 1. You've already printed this note template if you want it. And then your videos are here. We did section 2.1. Then we went to Pearson, did our homework. We come back and do the next one and follow through till the end of that section. There are 3 modules where your videos do not match your note template. They match the material perfectly, they just do not match the note template. And they are Module 2, Module 5, and Module 7. So just a little heads up there. I clicked on Module 2, so part of that one I have videos that match. So here's your note templates. I have note templates for all of that, but some of them will not match your videos. Your videos will match your note templates for Chapter 3 and 6.4. I did not redo videos for Chapter 5, but these are videos that will cover all of those topics. Also, it's polynomials, which I think most of you have probably seen, and some scientific notation. These videos are very thorough. These are extra videos for your graphing, but I do have graphing ones that match the templates. Right, so once you've finished, whether you watch one that matches a template or not, whether you watch one that's down here, then you will go to your homework in Pearson. One thing that's very important is that you really need these videos to help you learn the material. Please do not go straight into Pearson. Watch the video, learn the material, use your book if you want to get a book and see extra examples, but do something to learn the material before you go to the practice. It will save you so much time. Best of luck to you. Keep in touch with me. Let me know anything that you get stuck on or need. I am more than happy to help if I can.